Hey, it's Terry Vanover with Choosing to Rise, and I'm here today because we're going to talk about how to deal with the devil during your divorce. So, if you are dealing with a really high conflict ex and you need help and you want to overcome what it is that's holding you back, whether it's your ex, whether it's finances, whether it's making the best decisions, reach out to me. So I'm Terry Vanover, and I'm a divorce coach with Choosing to Rise, and I help you get off the emotional roller coaster that is divorce, and I help you make sure that you feel empowered throughout your divorce and that you feel confident in the decisions that you're making, both financially, with your real estate, legally, and I also help you to then create an amazing new chapter for your life after divorce. So today, we're going to talk about how to deal with the devil during divorce, how to deal with your ex. Maybe you have someone who is making your divorce miserable. They won't compromise, they won't give in, they won't negotiate. Well, here's the thing that a lot of people don't realize, that you're not going to be divorced, or you won't be married 10 years from now. Your divorce will end. Whether it takes a judge to make those decisions or whether you and your ex can make those decisions together, which is always better. If you can negotiate your own life, that's always the best. But if not, there's no such thing as a divorce that drags on forever and ever. You eventually will get your divorce. That's the good news. Yay. So how do you deal with the turmoil and the emotions and dealing with someone obnoxious, someone who won't negotiate, someone high conflict? You can't deal with them, right? They won't give in. Well, y'all know me, so you know that I'm going to preach self-care. You have to develop coping skills. You have to take care of yourself, right? So if you're going around and you are holding on to that anger, you're holding on to the bitterness, you're allowing them to get under your skin, that's not going to work. So you have to do whatever it takes to make sure that you are the best that you can be. Get rest, get sleep, get exercise, eat right, take care of you. If you need a break, take a break. If you need to set up a play date for the kids so you can have a couple of hours of me time, by all means do it. There's nothing wrong with that, because who's going to take care of you if you're not taking care of you? Who's going to take care of the kids if you're not taking care of you? You have to be in the best shape to be their best parent. So take care of yourself. It's so important, so that when you are dealing with a highly toxic person, you can come from a place of peace within yourself, that you're in a healthy place, that you're not already under stress. So please take care of yourself. That's number one, right? That's always number one in every situation. The next thing is to develop those boundaries. You don't have to look at every text he sends. You don't have to. Set up communication. You can say, I will only respond to your text between 6 and 8 p.m. Like, unless it's an emergency with the children or whatever. You can set up boundaries. You can set up communication parameters. Use the tools that you have at your disposal, text messages, emails. In fact, it can be preferred, because then you have written communication, you have documentation. Some court systems, if it's super, super highly toxic, will even force you and your ex to pay for an app on your phone that documents everything you say and do with your ex. So there are apps available such as Family Wall and Google Calendar, where you can exchange information. You could have a calendar of the kids and what you're doing and where they need to be. So you can take a lot of that communication out of the equation. If it's on the calendar, they don't need to ask you what's going on, right? So use technology as your friend. And remember, Bill Eadie has a really great an acronym for remembering how to communicate, which is BIF: brief, informative, friendly, and firm. Those are the only things you need to remember. Is if you're emailing a colleague, take all that emotion, take all that heat, because it's going to come back to bite you. Remember, you have to control yourself. So speaking of that, putting up those boundaries, putting up communication parameters. The next thing is self-control, right? You cannot control how others see you. You cannot control what others say about you. You can't control what they do to you. The only thing that you can control is your reaction to it. So you have to take back your power. If every time your ex texts you and you get anxiety, you're giving away your power. You're giving away your control. So it's important that you remember that when you're letting your ex trigger you, you're giving away your power. So remember to take back that power. Do what you need. Get those coping skills. Put up those boundaries. Put up the communication parameters with your ex so that you have control over your emotions. Because remember, every time you're letting them get you angry and letting them and you're firing off and you're saying things you shouldn't say, or you're getting upset in front of the children, you're giving away your power. So don't give away your power. Get that power back. Get that control back, because you can do it. So those are some of the tips that I have for you for dealing with the devil. And I noticed that it really comes back to you, because you cannot control the other person. You can't control other toxic people in your life. You can only control your reaction to it. And you can do it. And it can be a situation where you feel confident and you feel empowered. You can do it. It might take a little work. You might need support. You might need someone like a coach to help you come up with strategies to help you deal with your ex, to help you cope with the stress, and an accountability partner to make sure you're getting a healthy diet, make sure you're doing the exercise or meditation that you want to put into place. So a coach can help you put all those things into place. Make sure that you're staying to a higher self, that your higher self is coming out rather than that angry, bitter, hurt person is lashing out when you really want to come to a powerful, confident person. So I'm Terry Vanover. If you want to get off the emotional roller coaster of divorce, if you want to feel empowered and confident, reach out to me at terryvanover@comcast.net or go to choosingtorise.com, and I'm happy to help you be the best that you can be.